That was your countdown. We are live.
Oh, we're live? That's how any good podcast should start, right? Welcome to episode 1 of Random Podcast Name. My name is Will, and I am being joined today by way Louisiana, Seth and Patrick.
Yeah, we live in Louisiana. Don't blame us.
It's the greatest state / country / place to live in the entire world.
Well,
If
I
you've
don't know
ever
if I would.
visited the bayous, highly recommended.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd ever say it's the best, but we thank you for joining us today. We're going to go ahead and get to the first topic.
And what's the first topic? Could you hurry up?
No? Okay. Oh, y'all are waiting on me.
Yes!
I mean, I could throw out a topic.
I can throw a topic out.
So what?
No. No, Corona, man. It's going around crazy, right?
Oh, God. We really have to talk about
I mean, it's like my third favorite beer. So
Yeah.
I mean, it is incredibly popular right now.
I like the extra. I don't like light. Light's not as good.
yeah, that little line.
With a lime. Good topic.
No, sports. No, just everything being canceled, right? Okay, so y'all have ideas as to what they're going to do when they resume sports?
Nothing. They're just it's gonna mess everything up. I
Yeah.
honestly feel like they probably won't even. They may not even reschedule all the games and stuff that are missed, just because the way the seasons are for every different sport. I just feel like it would.
Yeah.
It would mess everything
So
up.
this is the way I look at it. Worst case scenario, they say August, right? Is now when they expect this to be done. Well, August is too late. Yeah.
Whew.
Oh,
Well.
Yeah. Y'all didn't hear that?
No, I
I've
stay
been
away
hearing
from
that, actually.
the news.
Yeah.
most
So
of the
okay.
time.
So worst case scenario, August, September, this thing is over, right? Well, MLB is in spring training, so I think the 2020 season will be canceled. Officially, just canceled because you're gonna.
You really think they'll cancel it? That's a lot of money lost.
Yeah.
Revenue.
Yeah. Okay. So say it's September, right? September's the last month that you play baseball before the series starts in October.
Yeah, I mean, so I feel like it really depends on how long things go.
Yeah.
If they take drastic measures to try and eradicate it quickly, they could get back into stuff. If it actually goes till August, well, Rocket League, man, that's the sport to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I see it. So you cancel the 2020 season of MLB because right now they're in spring training, and it's going to be too late with it being an outdoor sport to play in September.
Nah.
The NHL.
No.
Yeah.
They
No. The
can grow
NHL.
some, can I say this? They can grow some balls. Okay. Man up and play in the goddamn winter if that's what it's needed to be done. Baseball, is it even a sport? Debatable. So they can.
Oh, there goes
play
half the
during
audience.
the winter time. And plus, I think it would be super funny to see somebody, get hit with a baseball when their hands are like at 32 degrees. It would just be.
Ouch.
Anyways,
just
so
funny.
the NBA and the NHL both resume because they're already halfway through their seasons. I believe they will have a reduced season. They will go into playoff mode because they're indoor sports that can play year-round. And I feel the NFL will take maybe 1 or 2 preseason games off because that starts in August.
If it goes all the way till then, man, it could just.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Worst case scenario, if it goes that long, I think that's what we're looking at.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. It all depends on, there's rumors going on about everything. What's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen, in 2 weeks? So
Yeah.
it all depends on what they decide to do. We could.
Yeah, they.
There is a lot of unrest, I feel like, and just people just freaking out over it. So it's hard to tell.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So I was told last night that my work is going to start limiting the amount of people inside. I don't know when this starts. Right now, it's just hearsay. I know similar businesses that compete with mine are already moving to that style of restrictedness. So I guess we'll see. I know places like Best Buy, I think they're just doing curbside. Because I think originally they had a limited people to 50, 100 maybe. And I think now they have actually closed the inside of the stores and are just doing the curbside pickup.
I mean, makes sense. Stores like that. I think it'd be a lot easier to do curbside type stuff. Obviously, your big box grocery stores and stuff couldn't do that as well. They could do it a little bit, but not at the volume they need to. But places like electronic stores and stuff, they can definitely handle it at a curbside level.
Yeah, I'll say it's strange driving around and just seeing restaurants, empty because they're all doing curbside. Movie theaters just completely closed. Yesterday on my way to work, I passed one, and it's a Saturday, and the parking lot's empty.
Nobody's out. Yeah, everybody's like terrified, man. Our work.
Yeah, the worst part about this for me.
So slow.
The worst part about this for me personally is I hate being told what to do. Like, so social distancing is pretty much how I live my life, right? But now that they're telling me, hey, don't do anything, I want to go see a movie. I want, it's tough.
It's time to rebel. These rules they're giving us, they're not for our benefit. They're trying to keep us inside so they can take over the world.
No. Everyone knows they're getting everyone inside so they can change the batteries on the pigeons.
Nah, at least I know one movie production company, I think it's NBC Universal. They've released the 3 movies they've got in theaters right now to stream, maybe starting yesterday or Friday. Yeah, so like
a service
like
or something
you pay like $20. Yeah, it's like $19.99, and then you can stream it for I think 48 hours. So The Hunt, I think, is one of the movies that is available. It's in theaters, or I guess was, but you can purchase it and stream it at home, like they did with the Interview a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because none of the theaters wanted to show it because they were scared, and so they decided, okay, well, we'll let people stream it from their homes. And I actually did that Christmas Day, and it was a good movie, but I feel like instead of delaying the movies, like the new Fast and Furious movie's been delayed over a year. The James Bond.
I mean, did we really want to see that movie anyway?
I did.
I
mean, at this point, those movies are just stupid comedy, right? Stupid action.
They need to change the name. They can keep the movies going, but they need to change the name.
I'm sick and tired of it,
Hey, they haven't been a car movie.
They took a great thing and ruined it.
They haven't been a car movie since like the 4th one,
I feel like it's debatable even on the 4th one.
No, the 4th one, it's still had cars.
Yeah,
that's what I said. Yeah,
after cars, but it's not been about like
after Fast and Furious.
The first 3, no, after Tokyo Drift, I feel like that's when they went away from it.
No, the 4th one, Fast and Furious, was.
It was. I mean, it's when they were like running the border, like drugs, running the border, like trying to find Letty. I mean, there were definitely a lot of car stuff going on there. Like,
but would y'all be opposed to more production companies doing that?
I mean, I honestly feel like
delaying movies, just having them stream.
No, I'm definitely not. But I mean, I feel like the movie industry is already, not movie industry, but movie theater industry is already, struggling.
No, the future
this might really just be the push that it takes for everyone just to decide that they don't need movie theaters. Like,
whoa,
no,
We do too.
No, and-
we're moving towards that point. Like this could be the push.
Honestly,
you need
you know,
that neutral
I'm
spot to take people to. You know, like when you
I'm
go on
perfectly okay
a
with it,
date
though.
with somebody. You know, it's like maybe you're not ready to be at somebody's home yet. Maybe you need to like go somewhere where you like.
That's why
both feel-
Netflix and chill exists.
Ah, God, yeah, that's true. We are in that generation now. So maybe-
No, but no, seriously though, honestly I prefer the miniseries format. Anyways, I feel like you can tell a better story because you've got more time, and
Oh, yeah,
it
TV
is
shows are
only a
better.
matter of time before movies themselves will start phasing out, and more companies will produce miniseries for the various streaming services.
I mean, they're usually a lot more interesting because they can play a lot
so
more.
much more interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, maybe this is the push, but I think that instead of delaying these movies that are already finished, because I know there are so many that are being delayed because they're either pre or mid production right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just release them, stream them, have people pay
Well,
to stream them from their house.
yeah, I mean, right now they can't keep on, producing them. Because if they're, if they're still working on making the movie, they can't, get together with all their sound crews and stuff based on, everything that's going on. But, I mean, if they have stuff that's already, like, they're just in editing and stuff, then I personally would go ahead and release it, People can still spend money from their homes.
But will
Well,
they?
don't-
But will they even spend money right now with all the economic burden that is going to be put on people? Are they even going to be able to spend money in say?
Oh,
2
you
or
know
3
they will.
weeks?
Oh, you know they will. And we'll get back to this in a second, but you say that, and there's talk of a stimulus that we'll get, right? X amount of dollars given to every adult, every kid. You think a lot of the people that are receiving that are going to use it wisely? No, they're going to be like, I got an extra $1,000. I'm going to go buy shoes. I'm going to go buy a phone. Yeah,
That's
so I don't.
actually the funny part is we had this conversation like yesterday, I think it was,
Oh yeah.
or 2 days ago. Me and
But
Seth,
that's what they're going to spend it on. They're
and
not going
Seth
to use
was
it for
like, I don't
bills.
really need it. I'll just go and use it to get this, and that. So yeah, like I don't think, I mean, I have a decent amount of money saved up to where I can definitely handle probably about a month. After that, it's like I'm in trouble. But
Well, yeah,
that's
for the people
the
that
most
already
likely,
have.
I work in a job where we won't be completely closed down.
Yeah. I mean, the people that are financially stable right now that don't need the extra income to prevent them from being
basically giving
homeless.
them money to spend on stuff.
But there are people out there that need it for bills or financial burdens like emergencies that don't have that money saved, that will use it poorly
To buy themselves some, good old happiness in whatever form they desire. I mean,
not touching that. I'm not touching that. It's true though. It's
This
true.
could be extremely lucrative for certain industries. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, and in certain states, right?
And what does that mean?
He's talking about Colorado.
Oh.
No, I was
Washington.
saying states that
Washington.
haven't legalized it because got people that are selling these items.
What items? Be more specific.
Let's talk about the marijuana.
Oh my God.
Can we say that? Are we allowed to say
Yes.
that?
Yes, we live in a world where it is extremely normalized.
I think we
And
can say like.
I didn't know.
It's
I didn't know
extremely
if that was
normalized,
something
and
that was,
also
frowned upon.
I'm
You can
sure
say
that
Mary
most of the
Jane,
people watching this will be smart
ganja,
enough to know exactly what we're talking about anyways.
Yeah, but future sponsors. I don't know if it's something that we can speak about.
Like I said, it's extremely normalized.
Well, I think everybody here has never used it, so it's hard for us to make it. Whether
I
it's,
wouldn't know anything about that.
A dangerous thing or not. It could be, though.
I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, so we'll round back to the movies. No, yeah, I think that they should. The movies that are already being delayed, that are ready to be released, release them digitally. Because James Bond, right? The new James Bond coming. It was estimated 7 something billion yen is what
Oh
they would
god.
lose if they had released it back in, I guess, April. And this is before the whole shutdown happened, right? So they delayed it because the Chinese market at the time was in shutdown, and they were going to lose massive amount of money. So they delayed it to, I think it's November. At the
Listen,
time, here
nobody
we were
cares
fine.
about profits anymore, man. You know, just give it to the people. Like, it doesn't matter if it makes money, you know? Let's just all get paid. I want my job to pay 3 months for not
I think they
working.
said
It's not
that
fair!
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
here it was going to lose like 50 million because of the delay. Obviously, now hindsight, I guess it was smart to push it back because you can't go to see any movies right now, you know. And it was supposed to come out.
I
Hang
honestly
on.
don't even go see movies often anymore, though. Like, it's
Yeah,
pretty
but
rare.
we're very introverted when when it comes to social events.
Let me check the.
I see enough of people at work. So when I get off work, I'm like, I'm good. I don't see a person for 2 days straight, except for my roommate. I'm okay.
Roommate sounds like a cool guy.
Yeah, he's alright.
Yeah, so originally it was scheduled for release on April, just says April 2020. Now it's gonna be pushed to November 12th. I'm sorry, that's in the
That's
UK.
insane.
November 25th. So
6 months. No, wait, that's even more than 6 months. That's like 9
7.
months.
It's like
7?
No, it's like 7. Yeah.
It's March right now.
That's a lot of
In
math.
November. Yeah, you're right. 8 months.
Yeah.
That's insane. 8 months put back just because of the common cold, man. People just need to just go out, share the love. You know, what's the worst that can happen?
The worst that can happen,
that-
man, has already happened, and that's
I
gyms
don't
being
think that's
closed.
the best idea. Wash your hands. Don't hug. All those good things.
You know, I'm glad they're telling people to wash their hands now.
Oh, I mean, it's
Shocker.
pretty awesome that people are
Wash
finally
your
learning it.
hands.
So, I think by about 2030, we can be in a real good place. Real good place.
For the first time,
Yeah.
y'all, in the history of mankind, 50% of all males that go to the bathroom are actually washing their hands. It's insane. It's like this revolution.
Where is this coming from? The statistic, where is it
It's
coming from?
statistically proven. You can go on the CDC, man.
I did
They-
a
they've
personal.
They've done the tests.
I did a personal scientific experiment.
Yeah.
That's reliable.
I asked 3 people.
Mhm.
50% of those 3 people said yes. So,
Yeah. 50% of
Wait,
the
they
people-
do or they do not wash their hands?
well, I mean, 50% of them said yes, so the other half said the other thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
So 1.5 of the people said
yeah.
yes.
One
and
of the
other
people,
1.5
yeah,
said no.
he was unsure, so I put him right in the
So it's a
middle.
maybe. Yeah. So it's a yes and a no. That's how we
Hmm.
do that. Yeah. It's
Science.
very, very sciencey stuff. It might go over some, but in the end, just trust us. We're a verified source. We're basically Huffington Post, except better.
Y'all are probably
we
more
actually
reliable.
do our research. We go out in the field and stand next to those bathrooms and shake those hands, even though we know.
Mm-mm. No, I do not. I draw a line somewhere.
Wait, do you still do that, or is it something you did?
I mean, science doesn't stop. So,
You can't stop science. Science is ever evolving.
Yeah. Okay. I know.
Just so disappointed in you right now, but it's fine. Just someday you'll get it. You'll get it.
You know, I hear that. I hear that a lot. People say that a lot about me. So.
Also, just FYI, you basically stole my microphone setup, so I'm gonna expect like a check in the mail. The mail, you know what I'm saying? When this is all over and you can send mail again, okay? Because
Oh, you mean when the sponsors?
you have the same thing as me with the little what is it even called? Like,
If you can't name me, you don't get any money. Sorry.
Yeah, right. It's like you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't know the name of the thing you're talking about. I'm not going to tell you the name of it because I know, and if I tell you, then you don't get to tell me.
Anyways, it's a Blue Yeti, right?
No, yeah, the microphone. I'm talking about this. What this is. If you can name me that, I'm not going to tell you what it is because then
Do you
you'll
want me to
know.
look it up on my phone?
I also have one.
Please, yeah, and then you can play it off
pull it
that
far
you
enough.
knew the entire time.
I do. I've bought it before. I do know it. It's been so long because I've had my 3 years. And I bought it back when I bought my computer. But I didn't buy it. No, that's not true. I bought it when I moved here, Seth.
That's the truth.
So
I was around
it's
for
been
it.
like 2 years. 2 years.
Oh yeah, yeah. So topic change.
Mm-hmm.
How's the new place?
As you can see, not unpacked yet.
As you can see, extremely organized. Oh, hey, by the way, look, and weep.
What were you asking, Will?
Hey, Patrick, you know what you should do next is invest in a higher quality webcam.
Funny thing is, he has the same webcam I have, which is one of the,
Yeah,
it's pretty mid-grade. It's a really good one without going like all out.
I mean, you see this face. You don't need to see it more clearly. It's already gorgeous as it is.
You're right.
needs to
Actually,
set it up.
I'm glad that we can't see it more clearly because
you see these neck clavicle indentions.
We would be
I
disgusted.
mean, it's just sexy. It's people just gravitate to it. That's true.
Oh, that's
yeah.
okay. Well, I can't.
I'm gonna run another science experiment. May ask 2 people. We'll see.
See?
The place is
if you kind of flex
bigger,
in the right
smaller.
way, you can kind of see the
Place is a lot bigger than the last place.
You said it's a lot bigger.
Oh yeah. I got my own game room. Still not set up. And,
so it's no longer in your bedroom.
No.
Or is it?
No.
Mine's in the bedroom, but his is in his own room. That was the compromise we made. I got master bedroom, so my bedroom is bigger than his, but he got 2 bedrooms. So he has his bedroom in his bedroom, and then he has
my bedroom's in my bedroom.
Yeah, his gaming room.
You said that your bedroom is bigger than his.
Yes, it's a lot bigger, quite a bit bigger, I would say.
You can see behind him.
How many inches?
I mean, I've got. I don't even know, man. I really don't. It's at least 12 and a half inches.
Depends on how hot or cold it is in the room.
Yeah, it really depends on the situation and how excited I get. So, my room expands and detracts with how I'm feeling that day. Is that the answer you wanted?
You took that, and you did nothing with it, and then you ran it to the ground. It's all about
So what your mom said last night.
All right, so welcome back to junior high, people.
Okay.
It's never a show without Pat cracking your mom joke, though. Come on.
I'll stop.
Yeah, that will be a normal thing as we post more videos. That will be a normal thing. I can guarantee it.
Yeah, I got topic change unless one of you guys wants to step in.
No, go for it.
What you got?
And we have a double car garage and a driveway.
Oh, so
and
Seth
a
gets to park.
And
yes, I actually have 2 vehicles in the garage, and his is on the driveway.
So you get to park both. That was a compromise. You got both your vehicles inside the garage.
We literally live this far away from a park.
It's at least this far.
Okay, fine. This far.
No. Hey,
Size of my head,
tell me when to stop, okay?
That's way too big.
Keep going. No. Keep going. Farther out. Don't. Yeah. Keep going. Keep going. God, you move your hand so slow. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's far enough.
About there?
Anyways, the park's super nice, and we went and played frisbee golf, last weekend.
This is before
And-
the shutdown, right?
Yes, before
we
before
can
it
still
was
use
official.
parks. Okay.
Yeah, are we gonna be banned from going to the park?
No, not yet. Not unless they say you can't leave your house, which no one
Well,
has said.
no, certain cities I think are banning the amount of people together.
Oh well. Again,
We only
we
play
are
with
in
ourselves.
Louisiana. People don't
Oh,
go
you
to
played with
parks.
yourself?
They're afraid of alligators. So
Yeah.
I hear that's what you guys are known for.
alligators, and being afraid of them. Yes.
Alligators, crawfish.
Oh.
Obviously, crawfish only originated in Louisiana, so it's
So-
a Louisiana thing. If you have it anywhere
I can't.
else, you're
I
literally
cannot
just-
disprove that.
Yeah. So quick
So
fun
it must
fact.
be true.
I was driving back from work. I was coming from New Orleans, which I don't live in New Orleans. Don't try and find me. And saw 2 alligators dead on the side of the road, ran out, hit by cars. Like, that's unfortunate. You imagine what that would do to a
They
car.
got hit by cars.
Hit by cars, 2 of them. Like,
How do you drive away from that, though?
I mean, I'm sure they were towed away, but yeah.
No.
That is unfortunate. Like hitting a deer
No,
is
the
bad.
gator. How
Hitting
does the gator drive away from that?
Oh, he just rolls away a little bit and then stops moving. That's how it works.
And then they just let him sit on the side of the road and decompose for the next 18 weeks, and eventually he's gone. And all you have is a skull.
Oh, people. No, could someone pick him up and eat him? Like, did people do that?
I mean, I'm sure.
Probably,
Yeah.
although I feel like the bad, right? Like you'd have to pick it up like right after it got killed.
Well, I've heard that if you go, especially your more not, in town type locations, they'll make like roadkill gumbo, just basically what they find.
No.
I mean, yeah. That's why I don't eat random
So when they
people's
say
gumbo.
this is the special of the day, that's what they're referring to.
Pretty
It's
much,
whatever
yeah.
they
It's
thought.
raccoon, alligator, Who knows?
That's gross.
Yep. That.
I don't
mean,
condone
I-
that behavior.
I keep going about this wonderful state, but I'm not gonna.
Okay, what's the next topic?
Oh, okay. Wow, that was a really subtle way of transitioning.
Give me the next topic. Shoot.
It's a quick one off of Reddit. It seems I'll pull a lot of my topics from there as I go about my week.
So another
this was
fun
a top
fact.
post of their day on No Stupid Questions. Someone had asked, is anyone else losing track of days and time because of the virus?
Yes. Absolutely.
Personally, no.
Today
I know I gotta
is
go to work
Monday,
tomorrow.
right? It's Monday.
No. You joke about
Tuesday.
that, but I had last weekend off. I had Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. And I kind of forgot what day it was because I was just playing Warzone the entire time.
Oh my god. Okay, I have had that happen when it's like you're playing video games for a long stretch of time. Like one time when my parents, when I was in high school, they were gone for an entire week, and I literally played Call of Duty from the instant I woke up every day till like 5 o'clock in the morning every day. And so I'd play like 15 hours a day of Call of Duty. And by the end, I literally it was like this week is just like stretched into this weird place in time, and I'm not really sure. My parents were pretty mad at me because the house was a mess, but I had a hell of a good time. Hell of a.
What Call of Duty was
Worth
it?
I think this was Modern Warfare 2.
That's the best one.
Yeah, and I
It really was. It really
I
was.
got 10th prestige, and I was like, I have like 42 or 45 days, I can't remember, play time
Oh,
in game.
2 days or
Quite a
45 days. You don't know the difference.
45 days, 42 days. I'm not sure. It was somewhere in that.
I thought you said 2 days.
No, 40.
I was gonna say that's like the 43-day difference. Yeah, I think you would notice.
I think I did
Probably.
the math, and it was a lot of in-game time. It was.
Oh, this
pretty
is
disgusting.
homeschool math though, so.
That's true, because.
Hey, you were
it's
homeschooled?
math. You want me to do the homeschool math for you? I can do it quick. Just on the one Call of Duty.
on his fingers. He's doing it on his fingers.
On my fingers.
Guys, I don't have enough fingers.
All right, while he's counting, I'm going to go ahead and say why I believe Modern Warfare 2 was the best Call of Duty.
Oh,
Okay, look,
we're gonna sit
everything
back
is
for this
overpowered,
one.
right? If everything is overpowered, nothing is overpowered. So you
I
could use
mean,
anything in the game and still be viable.
that is a form of logic.
And it actually worked, even though it
I'll
was
say this.
quite
I'll say
infuriating
this.
of a game.
People remember One Man Army NoobTube, right?
Uh-huh.
That didn't happen until
Unfortunately.
the end, towards the end of its lifetime. People weren't doing that at the beginning. They were running around with care package markers, which was fun. They're running around with Commando Pro, which was fun, and attack
I
knife.
got multiple nukes. Tac knife.
Aside from the original Kimbo 87s.
Pick your favorite pistol, get that bad boy
Everything
on there,
else?
and just go to town.
Yeah, was that the last
'Cause
game to feature that?
You could get Marathon Pro, Commando Pro, and Lightweight. And
Yeah,
you would
Lightweight
literally
Pro.
run around the corner and then lunge like 18 feet, and they'd be like, ah! And you're dead.
Yeah,
And then with the
That was
tac
fun.
knife,
What?
with the tac knife, you know, you're just like, hujah, 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 da, 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 da. And there was really nothing they could do. It was literally, and if you could get a good small map, it was just so fun. Because, like, anytime they went around the corner, like, you would get people where they were so afraid to move around the map because of you tac knifing them that they would all just, like, sit in, like, their spawn and, like, guard every door and stand, like, 18 feet away from the door so that you might die when you get in there. I had a lot of fun. And then you had a tac insert, so you would tac insert in their spawn, and then every time they kill you, you would just run back right back around. Get him again, and yeah, it was a great troll game. That's probably I probably raged so hard on that game, but I had so much fun on that game.
Was that the last game to feature the tac knife? Or was that the only game that featured it?
I thought MW3 had tac knife, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Did it?
It wasn't as good though.
Okay.
No, well, I mean, by
Yeah.
not as good, it was more realistic to where you couldn't, like, launch
Whoa!
34 feet. So
It was definitely not as good, and it was definitely not realistic. It should have allowed people to knife like that, because like, we're talking about peak condition athletes, on the hunt. What
I'm
are
gonna
you
show you
doing?
the best maps to knife on, right? I liked this one.
Oh.
Let's see, I don't know if I can make them.
I zoomed in for you.
Okay, yeah, I like Estate. Estate was really good for running around in.
No,
High Rise.
Favela.
Yeah, that one was a great one
High
too.
Rise, if you could get into the office buildings on either
Yes.
side, especially the one that was to the left on the picture. So, like, to the left of the crane, the rooms in there,
I
you
forgot
could
about Corey.
remember Nick Gidney, man. He would get in there and just go to town killing people with but he loved using the pistol, so he'd actually shoot them too. He would tac knife and shoot.
This
Nah,
map
That
was
one
trash.
wasn't that
I
good.
forgot
Yeah.
about Corey. It was I
Yeah,
had some
I hated
good
it.
games playing in that rock area there.
Rust was no
Scrapyard.
good for tac knifing because there's too many open. Like,
Yeah,
where
and
you're
people
going
would just
to
run
go.
around to Spas 12.
You could do it on Scrapyard.
Yeah, Scrapyard was good. Ooh,
You could do it on Skid Row.
it-
You
that
could
was
do
a
it
good
on
map.
Sub Base for sure. Terminal. The best one though is not even on there. Where's the one from MW Ford that they brought over?
Oh, he's only looking at MW.
Yeah, these are the base
Two
maps.
So the DLC maps when they brought out Vacant. When they brought out Vacant, you know that building one that
Yeah, from COD 4.
Oh my god, that was like probably the best tac knife map.
You know, it's
All
actually
it is corners and hallways, and there's all these different doors and windows you can jump through. So once you broke all the glass in the building, then it was like you could just dash all over the place and lose people, and it was quite fun.
yeah. They brought Vacant to Modern Warfare. I don't know, have y'all played? Oh, and Overgrown. They also brought Overgrown to.
Yeah, I played
Tier
Modern
2.
Warfare.
Your
I
camera stopped focusing.
What's up?
So, well, not your camera, but your desk capture stopped focusing. There we go. That's better.
Yeah, they brought Vacant over to Modern Warfare as a map, like a free map for everybody. And then y'all played Warzone, right?
Yeah.
I have not played it yet. No.
Yeah, no, it's actually it's part of Warzone. There's a small area it's not an exact vacant, but it's like 80% of it.
Yeah,
Like
I mean
the hallways and
that
like the little schoolyard area.
that's what the Warzone map is. It's different sections from other games all put together, which is I think
Yeah.
it's cool. Obviously, it has its own areas that they had to use to fill in, but I mean, you can literally like look over stuff and be like, oh yeah, that was from this map. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's
No,
probably gotten me killed
Warzone's
multiple
fun.
times because I was exploring, but whatever.
Yeah, yeah. You're just like, leave me alone. I'm just taking in the scenery.
I'm not
here.
a part of this game. I'm looking around.
I'm just spectating here. Please don't hurt me. Now, Pat, you haven't played Warzone yet?
I downloaded it, updated it, and then I've just had to work too much lately, so it's just been hard to play. So
Yeah, I like it. It's fun. They just recently added solo mode.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't touched solos. I played a little bit of the trios last.
I played a couple of games solos. I mean, it's about the same, and I think you froze out, Will.
William? Yeah, I really think he like froze out.
Yep. Excuses, I'm having to go to... Yep, he's gone. He's gone.
No!
Well, that's unfortunate.
That's the end of the show, I guess.
So, I mean, while we're waiting on Will, throw me a topic, or come up with a topic, or yeah.
Does he even know that he's gone yet? First,
I have no idea. Yeah. Anyways.
okay. With, I really don't know, man. I'm brain dead right now.
Alright, so I'm assuming you probably got this as just in context, but The Witcher has definitely been postponed. That's pretty upsetting.
No!
Yeah, I saw it the other day. They postponed the filming. I didn't see a date or anything, but I mean, that's got to be one of the toughest parts about this. Like,
Probably. That show was awesome.
yeah.
And I actually have the games downloaded on my PC right now.
Yeah.
So I could actually go and play it if we get locked in, which we're not going to. But hey, you might get locked in.
Why
But
would
they're not gonna let me get locked in. I won't get locked in.
I will be the last person locked in, but So I mean, I guess side context for everyone listening, we work for the same company. So, but yeah, no.
But hey, Seth, if you want to come and work relief manager shifts for me,
no.
could definitely use the help. It would really show that HR cares about the people down on the ground level taking the hits.
I mean, we do, but I
in
definitely
first
wanna,
contact with the disease that could kill all of mankind.
I definitely want to slide away from work. So yeah. Any other shows that you've been liking lately? What you got?
Well, I started watching Virgin River, man. It's fantastic.
What's that? I haven't even heard of that.
It's like a melodramatic, like almost like I wouldn't say it's like a soap opera. It's like definitely like a feel good show, like drama, I would say, about some nurse that something happened. I've only seen one episode. Something happened, and then she goes to this little town in the middle of nowhere called Virgin River.
Interesting.
And it was all right. I mean, it's. And then I watched that I'm Not Okay With This Show, which was pretty good. It's very short. The episodes are only like 30 minutes long, and I think it's only like 8 episodes.
Wow.
So like I destroyed that thing.
Yeah, this doesn't even count as a show.
Yeah, so it felt like it was like almost like a pilot. It was like a pilot, but a little bit longer. So it ended on a pretty good note, though, which is interesting. And I'm not sure where the show will go from this, because the end was like, she really screws up. So yeah, I would recommend watching it, though. if you want to, because it has pretty quirky, unique feel to it. I don't think I've really watched that many other shows that you haven't watched.
Well, I mean,
I would
it's
say.
more of just conversational. But let's see.
We finished Altered Carbon.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on that?
How did it end again?
Oh, I'm not gonna say that because spoiler alerts. But my feels like, cause I loved season 1. I thought it was great. My feels on season 2, I don't know. It was just not there. I had a hard time paying attention. I think what really got to me was there was no character progression at all for anybody throughout the entire 2 seasons. Like, everybody was just the same. They did the exact same things every episode. You couldn't expect them to, change their opinion or anything. It was just predictable, in my opinion. Humble, but right.
I mean, I thought it was a good story, but I'm just interested to see where it can even go after this last one. Because I felt like it kind of it killed. No, because they're saying he's coming back.
No, I mean,
That's
it was set up to. I mean, they could stretch for a. They could stretch it to try and go a little bit farther, but I don't feel like. No, I wouldn't push it another season personally, but
I don't know. I liked the. I really liked the first season.
Welcome back.
And
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
yes.
Hey, sorry about that. So I'm running my connection off my phone, and I didn't realize that drains the battery faster. It's a more stable connection than running it off of the hotspot. So it's running off of its Bluetooth off the phone's internet connection. That's what this says. And I had like 18% on my phone left. Yes, it's Bluetooth tethering, sharing this phone's internet connection via Bluetooth, and that's how I'm connected. So it was a more stable connection. But it drains, I guess, the phone's battery quite faster, and I wasn't aware of that. So I apologize. What was the last thing?
We were talking about
y'all...
Altered Carbon. I don't know if you've watched it or the new season or the old season, but we were talking about our opinions on
We'll
the
talk
show.
on that. What was the last thing that? Because I've been disconnected for a minute or two.
That was
what was
like
the last thing that?
It's like 15 years ago. I don't remember.
What was the last thing y'all? Because I was talking about the Warzone, the vacant and Warzone, right?
Oh yeah, but I don't know. I mean, so yeah,
I haven't seen Altered.
It's another shooter,
Well, no, Warzone.
I mean, if we want to talk Warzone, I can talk Warzone because they've done a lot better. Blackout, humble, but honest opinion, sucked. It was horrible.
I didn't. I played
unfortunately
the demo,
paid for the game and regretted it.
It was so pretty though. Graphically, it looked
fine.
good.
It was pretty. You couldn't stream it other than lowering your quality like crazy, and then you lose all the pretty. But the I don't know, the way they did everything, it wasn't good in my opinion. But they have fixed a lot with Warzone, like adding in a lot of new things like the gulag and the shielding, which I think is cool. I think it makes it it's making me play it more than Apex, and if you guys know me, I play a lot of Apex. So,
do you think it has longevity and that they will continue to update it, or when the next Call of Duty comes out, they will just make a new one?
They'll make a new one. It's I don't even know who made this one. Like Activision, right? Yeah. I mean, they're gonna make a new one. They're gonna make something because they want more money. It's a very greedy company. That's why I stopped buying Call of Duties. But it's yeah. I mean, they're gonna make a new one. But what they did right now, as long as they stay on top of the servers, I personally would probably keep playing them, and so will a lot of people.
I'm surprised that they hadn't. Well, I guess because they had already had Modern Warfare kind of in the works when Fortnite came out, or they were at least pre-production, right? I mean, it's only a matter of time before they decide to go with the free-to-play route and stop making like just regular multiplayer or single player Call of Duty games and do the
there is a lot of
Warzone
stuff.
Battle Royale style.
Yeah, there's a lot of I feel like Fortnite paved the way for people to believe, to see that well, games like Fortnite or games like League of Legends that have been like Fortnite just came around, but League of Legends like paved the way for that and shows you that or like a game like Rocket League shows that if you make a game that has good gameplay and you keep it updated, even if it's an old game that's out of date, people will still gravitate and play to it. So he's gone again. Dang. It looks like Will froze out again.
Yeah.
Did I freeze? I'm not
on the video.
So here, yeah, your video is frozen.
So, I think if they were smart, they would go to something like Fortnite, where they make like extremely cool cosmetic items and things that are interesting, and like battle pass systems where you collect things that nobody else can get, because everybody likes to collect things that nobody else can have. So it's just a thing. That's why I think Fortnite was so cool too, was when they came out after season 2 when they came out with the first real battle pass, and all of a sudden you're like, I can get the skin and nobody else has it, and now we're season 10 of Fortnite and there's literally a ton of players that have will never have that skin. So
yeah,
if you have like a
season 2 is Black Knight, right?
Yes, if you have that Dark Knight skin, you are literally your own iconic representation of somebody that was originally a person that was into this game before it became a heyday. So I feel like if Call of Duty was smart, they could have there are 2 different companies that make Call of Duty, each make their own sort of if they were really smart, they would just conglomerate it, because they
that's what I said. I think the future Call of Duty games will no longer be a $60 multiplayer with a campaign. It's going to be a free-to-play battle royale style, because I think they're cheaper to make. I think you can make them faster, right?
But I'm like, why do they need to make more of them? Because it's like, if you just make a good idea and seasons, you can change the way the game is every time. So it's like, I just feel like the whole idea of completely breaking down a game and then making a new game every year is just, it's archaic and stupid, and people have gotten tired of it.
Until they stop making money, though, they'll still do it. It'll transition out probably, but I mean, still back to the as long as if you make a game well and you keep updating it, people still play it. Like, you don't have to make a new one every year. Like I said, that's the greed from Call of Duty that I'm not a fan of. I don't like I said, I play Warzone. I didn't buy the battle pass because I'm not trying to give them any money. Not that that's gonna hurt them as a company, but it helps me feel better. But
the nice thing with the battle pass, real quick, is I noticed that if you purchase it, so I think it's like $10 or something like that, and you complete it, right? You get from beginning to end.
I mean,
you get your money back.
Yeah, that's how they all work. But then you just turn around and get in the next one. They're trying to get you to, you'll buy that extra skin, you'll buy that extra, whatever, operator. But like I said, just going back to older games that were made, well, I mean, like, because you've got CSGO. I don't know how long it's been out. It's been out forever. But people play it nonstop. And they didn't have to keep remaking it. They just kept it updated, kept the servers running well. So, I mean, it's definitely possible, I think. I think the free or low-priced games are where, the industry's going to go. And then you pay for cosmetics added on. There's clearly a lot of money in it. Fortnite and Apex have proven that. Same for Rocket League. They make a lot of money as well.
The main thing is you just have to give the player something that keeps them coming back. So the biggest problem with all games, no matter how great they are, is that eventually you plateau out where there's nothing that's really interesting for you to do anymore, right? Because you're playing the same maps or the same exact content. You're using the same guns every game, like with Call of Duty, like in MW2, But MW2 was a great game, and those DLC packs with the new maps and everything, that was enough excitement for me personally back then to keep playing that game for almost a year and a half just because of the DLC packs. And if they had done more with it, like added new guns that you just got for free that you could work on, that could be used in the game, that you could play with, you know, that's kind of, I think, why Fortnite's so interesting, is that they add in guns, they remove guns, they buff and nerf guns, and so it always gives you a feeling like the game is not exactly
It's fresh. It's fresh.
Right. New maps, new content. They've changed the map now twice, 3 times. I don't even know. I haven't played Fortnite in a while just because I played it too much really and I got so burned out. But I feel like if people took that and did it in other games, they could make games that people would religiously follow. Like, I think that was the biggest disappointment with Destiny. Because Destiny, if they had just made a Destiny, just a game called Destiny, awesome name for a game. Just sounds cool. And then the gameplay was fun. And if they had just continued to build on that world and that server, and maybe
instead of
they
making
do
a second
graphical
one,
updates, instead they did what we all know is what like really hurt them, was they took all of that work that we put into, which really Destiny's an RPG. Nobody wants to work and get to the highest level in an RPG
and start over,
and then get reset. It's just not enjoyable. It's not a great, like, it feels like all that work you put towards making your great character and collecting all these unique items, it didn't matter because now it's gone and nobody's playing the game anymore, so it's irrelevant, right? So they let that fall. They dropped the ball on it, and I feel like, you know, they were a great learning, so maybe other companies will learn from them and maybe they'll bounce back eventually. But it's like, yeah, I mean, that's my opinion on it. It's just make a good game, keep it updated, and you're good.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure they had compared it to WoW when it came out, right?
Yeah,
I heard that. Yeah,
I thought that's what they had called it.
Was
they wanted it to be designed to where they could build an add-on to it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe,
you know, me and Seth, we were addicted as hell. Insane amount.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're right, Will. That was the plan, and that was the original thing, but then they, the transition to Destiny 2, it was for, you know, so they could build on better, is what they said, but they just changed a lot of stuff. Like, instead of...
Yeah.
So...
I didn't like Destiny 2. I think I got the highest level when it came out, and then quickly got bored. There wasn't enough to do, and there was no endgame. There wasn't any endgame content.
Yeah.
And then when you introduce Iron Banner, which is their competitive style multiplayer, you know, in the original, you've got advantages and disadvantages compared to your level and what weapons you have. They got rid of that, and
so there was like, there's no point to grind for the highest light level gear anymore.
Yeah.
It helps you incrementally, like when you're doing raids and stuff, to have the max light. But like if you're 407, it didn't really matter. But in Trials of Osiris, which by the way they ruined that too in D2, Trials was the first. That was another thing that made it so cool. Was like they actually made something where if you do work at it and you do show that insane amount of skill to be able to win 9 games in a row against people that are trying their hardest to beat you, and not to mention every time you win, you're playing against a team that has the same amount of wins as you, so every game gets progressively harder and harder and harder till that last one you're playing is like insane. That just, like, you know, they took that away, and that was like, I feel like that was something that as a PvP person that loves to play PvP, it was such a disappointment when they took that away like that.
No,
it was like,
I agree, because I mean, as you know, I'm a competitive gamer. You know, I've got high ranks in multiple games. I love Trials. It was such a challenge, and it was difficult. Like, it's not like I need to be challenged. And this new, I don't even remember what they call it. but Destiny 2's competitive. Yeah, let me get on screen. Competitive. It was so easy. Like, it was just simple, and it was aggravating. Like,
Yeah. It's like, I feel like what they're doing with games more recently is it's that same idea that they've been, pushing in real life for years now, which is like the participation award.
mm-hmm.
So instead of you actually like putting the work in, playing the game, learning everything you possibly can about the game, learning all things about every map, how to use your guns correctly, your classes correctly, all of that. Instead of doing that, they're just like, well, you can just be okay. And if you have like one good player that can carry you through 5 games or whatever, you can now get this reward. Instead of it being like, I worked my butt off to become like this high tier player, and now I get to have this cool ass gear that nobody else in the game has because they're not good enough to deserve it. And it's like when they took that away, it's like, well, now that's the last thing for me that was like there was to work towards, was like getting a full set of Trials of Osiris gear for every character. And like,
I mean, I never got a full set of Trials gear. Like, I had some of it, but I never had the full set. But in the new competitive or whatever they have in the first season, I had a full set. Like, that's how it was easy.
It's all about leveling the playing field. And they even done that with the newest Modern Warfare. Before it came out, the developers had even said in an interview they want to make it as easy for newcomers as possible.
Yeah, skill-based matchmaking, where you
like,
always get put up with people that are as good as you, which I don't mind doing that sometimes. But I think part of the reason that I enjoyed Call of Duty was that when you got to that level where you were great at the game and you got to play against some noobs, it was fun. It was fun to just be a god and walk through and just destroy everybody in the map.
Yeah, that's why it's
if I wanted to play competitive, I would get on League, or like they've had League play. What do you call them? The game battles. You can get on those things, and that's when you could be like super competitive against super sweaty people. But sometimes
I was
you
really
just want to play a
confused.
game and just shit on people because you're just better than them. Like, why
well,
is that?
But look at it from the other side. Like, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I'm against it because like in casual, like I'm gonna use Rocket League. Like, so in casual, I'm real high ranked. Oh, in ranked, I'm real high ranked. But when I play casual, like it's to screw around, do dumb stuff, like, because it is no fun to just go in there and destroy people. It doesn't give me anything to just destroy somebody who is no good at the game. Like, the only time that you get that satisfaction is when you're playing somebody who's at your level. Like, so Rocket League does that skill-based matchmaking. So even like when I go into casual, I go against people who are roughly my skill. But I have been, like, when I create a new account and play through it, it's just not fair to them. It's not fun for me, like, because I mean, I can 1v3 everybody, like, and it's like I said, it's skill-based matchmaking is good for the game, but having like the competitive side of it, like Destiny, they made competitive easy. It shouldn't be easy. Non-competitive, make it easy, make it fun, so everyone enjoys it. When you go into competitive, though, that's whenever it should be, you earn it or you don't get it.
Yeah, there's an argument. So you got two sides, right? You're gonna have ranked and casual, and if it's done correctly, as in people don't abuse it, it's implemented well. And I'm going to use Halo 3 for instance. And I was really surprised games like Modern Warfare 2, which came out after Halo 3, didn't have a similar style. So Halo 3, you've got casual and you've got ranked. Obviously, ranked is going to use basically a skill-based matchmaking style, where you're going to get matched with people that are similarly skilled to you and at the same level, your rank, right? And you've got casual. It's anybody. In a perfect world, it works. You've got people that just want to mess around or aren't very good, and they'll play casual. and then you got people that want to try and compete against people that are similarly skilled to them, and they play ranked. However, though, you have a lot of people, and I've noticed this, especially in games like Siege, as I play a lot of Rainbow Six Siege. You have people that are incredibly skilled at the game, and they will play in casual, and you get matched against them, and you're not as good as they are because they want to not try as hard, and so they ruin casuals when they should be playing ranked. I'm not saying that they are breaking the game because, no one says they can't play casuals, but I don't think it's something the developers intend, right? So you've got Modern Warfare, which has got skill-based matchmaking, and they will not admit there's skill-based matchmaking involved. But I feel like there should be ranked. I think games should have styles similar to Rocket League or League or Siege, where you have ranked and you've got casual matches. But I think there's just a fine line to try to balance the matchmaking to match you against people that are similarly skilled to you in casual. But there's also another argument that you can be made for connection-based matchmaking in casual.
Yeah, I feel like, first off, it's the connection is a huge part in when you start getting into players that are really good at the game. A lot of it has to do with your latency and who has the best. So that's why you'll see that the majority of pros in any game are the ones that have the 0 to 10 pings, the 0 to 20 ping, and that's because sometimes it really does come down. I cannot tell you how many times in Fortnite it literally came down to who got the shot off first, and they got the shot off first. And it's like that 40 milliseconds of latency. Like, I literally clicked my button and it said I didn't shoot, and they shot. And that's just because my latency wasn't as good. I have like a 56 ping, probably playing against some guy that has a 30 or 20. So he barely pressed the button before me. His input gets put in first. I might have even pressed my button before him. Too late. You're dead. You're out. GG. But I mean, my thing is, like when I played Call of Duty back in the day, I was not always good at it. And so I walked in there and I got shit on by people for weeks, months in MW2. I had like a 1 point, I think when I started MW2, I had a 1.07 KD. So basically I killed one person and died every time. And I suffered and I got shit on for a long time before I finally learned how to be good at the game. And that was the reward at the end of it, was that even though I suffered through all this shit and these motherfuckers at all game or whatever, it was still a good experience in the end when I got to the point where I was able to go and do good against people, even people that were trying. Plus the part of casual is that when you go in, you don't know who you're running up against. So I can't tell you how many times that when I was playing, there's noobs in every game, but there's also extremely good players that you get put up against. And it was like a competition to see who could do better against whoever's in the match. So you never knew who you were running into. It gave an element of surprise because you weren't just sure that you could kill everybody. Just because there's some noobs in the map doesn't mean that you're going to run into those noobs the whole map. Half the time you might, if you're smart, you might be running the same routes that the good players are running because they know how to get them around the maps better. So you run into them constantly. They ruin your KDs. I don't know. I just hated that whole... I don't like skill-based matchmaking. I feel like if you want to play skill-based matchmaking, it should be in ranked. If you want to just go play casual, unless you're literally master tier, so you're the best division of the entire, so you're a professional League player or a professional Fortnite player, okay, maybe then. But I mean, one of the reasons Fortnite became so popular was because there was no skill-based matchmaking at first. And Ninja, the reason he became popular and is one of the popular streamers of all times is because he went into matches and got 31 kills. If he was playing against people that were his skill level, he would have not been what he is. Because the reason people tuned in was because it was like you got to see this show of him just like being so much better than people that you were like in awe of like the ridiculousness of what Ninja did or whatever, right? Now there's a lot of other good players, so people have like fallen off the Ninja train some. But I can't remember when he first started building and he would just use his little sticky bombs and shoot himself across a ramp and headshot a guy with a shotgun mid-air going super fast, and he hit like every shot every game. You were just like, how? It was like, and then you'd get 30 kills and you're just like, man, this is crazy. And now it's like, okay, you take that away. Yeah, it's cool. It's fun to play against people that are your skill level, but it's also sometimes you just want to not think. You want to just play the game and just enjoy it and not have to have people that are this so far high above you in level that it's just like you have to, if you have an error in thought at all or an error in judgment at all, you're just dead constantly. You know? I mean, I don't feel like when I played casual in Modern Warfare that it was always like I just got to crap on people. I definitely ran into good players and bad players alike. And sure, sometimes I would kill the bad players a lot, but I would also get killed by good players, that people that camped. I mean, you know, there were so many variations to like, just because you're a good player, if you're too aggressive, you can still get killed by anybody. It doesn't matter if they're head glitched behind like the best head glitch spot in the map, and you walk around a corner because you're just running around trying to kill people, you're gonna get killed by them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I get it because it's like, you know, it's not fun to get crapped on by people that are really good by you, but I also feel like if you put skill-based matchmaking into casual, then you're basically just playing ranked again. There's no difference.
Yeah.
Because all it takes is a few players that are taking that match seriously to ruin the experience, if you're saying that. So it's like, so like, remember when we used to go in and like knife in Call of Duty? If you're playing against people that are actually good at the game, you literally have to put on your try-hard weapon classes, put all of your hardest, sweaty gear, everything, and go at them. Because if you try and do anything fun with them, you go 1-16 against those players.
Yeah,
So
and then you're no longer enjoying it.
Then you're not allowed to ever enjoy. You're never control and like just say, hey, let's all go into a game and knife and actually win the game. Like, I can't remember how many times we did that where we had an entire party of us and we were just running around throwing knifing, and we're actually able to win a game or kill everybody. But if you put us against people that are literally 10th prestigers, most likely we're gonna get shit on the whole time. Like, they're not just gonna be like, oh yeah, you know, or like a sniper lobby or whatever it is. It's like, I don't know. I just feel like it's a fine line between it just becoming where the game's just not, you can never play the game and just casually play. If you put skill base in, you can never casually play. You're always going to have to play against sweats. Even and all it takes is one person not wanting to have fun, and then it's really just not fun when you have that one guy that's just trying so hard and he's so good. Then it's like, okay, I just wanted to mess around, but now I have to put my try because the guy literally has scored 28 goals on me in Rocket League. This isn't even fun, you know? Like, I mean, it's like, yeah, okay, I'm trying to learn
That's
some
me.
tricks.
That's me. I'm the guy that gets the 28 goals scored on because I'm trash at that game.
But I mean, like, MW2 was like, you know, I liked nuking people. I liked getting nukes and camping and killing noobs and good players alike. It was just fun.
Yeah, it was.
You know?
Yeah. Hey, we'll probably do one or two more topics and then probably wrap. Seems like I'm the one pulling all the topics out. Do y'all have anything that you guys want to bring into it?
No, I mean, while you're away, we talked about a couple things just to, you know, keep it flowing. But I mean, I don't have anything specific. I honestly feel like we're around a good length right now.
Yeah.
What time are we at?
About an hour, 10 minutes.
That's not bad.
Yeah. If you go too far, you know, I think people will, you know, get a little bored.
You know, you gotta get a flow.
No, yeah, I know, but not everyone has more than an hour to just sit watching a video.
That's true. There is length constraints. But I mean, as I feel like part of it is like you gotta all week long you gotta come up with topics and things to talk about that are actually keep it rolling and keep it diverse instead of getting stuck on one topic too.
Yeah, but I figured we had what 2 or 3 topics we kind of discussed. So there's quite a bit more to talk about at a later date. We're just going to go ahead and say thank you all for tuning in to the first episode of Random Podcast Name. Patent pending, by the way. So the way this is going to work, for the listeners, viewers, we're going to try to keep it at a scheduled, record Sundays, and then have it uploaded Monday afternoon sometime. That way you guys can catch it on Monday evening.
Sounds good.
So
I'd definitely say
anything else y'all want to?
I'd definitely say anyone has opinions or thoughts on things we've talked about, definitely post them in the comments. I'd be interested in hearing what people think about the skill based matchmaking, because clearly Patrick and I are on opposite sides, so I'd be curious to see what other people say.
I mean, it's like one of those things you just see it both ways.
Oh yeah. I mean, nobody's right, nobody's wrong, except for me. I'm right, but
And I've definitely played games that do both of it, and so it's not like it's just a game breaker.
Yeah, but what can you do, right? Anything else y'all want to say to the audience out there before we call?
I love you real long time. Hugs.
No hugs. Social distancing.
And that is a show.
Have a good one.